Alright, we should be live. Hey, look, my microphone's working. Hooray! So we're back. We're going to do another Avatar, The Last Airbender premiere draft. There we go. Not Last Bender. Bender? How you bend ands? Is that how ampersands are made? I don't know. Anyway, did my Christmas shopping today. I am done, but I might try and do a little more. I don't know. I like giving gift cards to my family as a thing that just it works. you know, it's actually that I am and the rest of the family is kind of the opinion that it's like way better than most other stuff. Ooh, we've had this before, and I was not able to make it work last time, but maybe we can get the cards right this time. Like, because this thing is incredibly powerful if you can get it going, and if it lives while you're doing the thing, you need to do the thing 3 times, because 1 will get you 2, 2 will get you 4, 4 will get you 8, and then they're all online, so. We're going to take it, and we're going to see if we can make it work. But yeah, so gift cards in my family, it's more like, money gets tight sometimes, and just having the gift cards to be able to do stuff when you don't have the cash is super helpful. And it doesn't matter if it's for, basic stuff like food store gift cards or, fast food restaurants or anything, just so that, we can eat. Or if it's like more general stuff where, it might be for like Walmart or Target or something, Alright, do we have any good sacrifice stuff here? No. None of the black stuff involves sacrificing things, so I'm probably just going to take Iroh's Demonstration, because it's one of the better removal spells. It kills so many more things than Lightning Strike can. The only thing it can't kill is opponents. Like, it can't finish an opponent off, but past that, it's reasonable for getting rid of just about anything. It can kill a large number of small creatures or, the one big creature. So, yeah. Like, there are some people that have a stigma on gift cards because they feel impersonal, but at the end of the day, they're one of the more useful things. Like, I've mentioned on stream plenty of times that we have a not quite TV level hoarder situation going on where we just have way too much stuff anyway, so we don't need more stuff, but just random stuff. So you get like 1 or 2 little things, and then the rest of it is just like, here's gift cards to places I know you'll shop and whatnot. Fire Nation attacks, Teo Spirited Glider, and if I wanted to stay in black for the airship, Deadly Precision are like the only 3 cards I'm really looking at here. Allies at Last is decent, but I think I would rather take one of these 2. The fact that I have a red card that's decently powerful makes me want to take Fire Nation attacks over Teo, even though I think Teo is the overall stronger card. So I'm going to take the Fire Nation attacks and be very sad when we get past a bunch of, what's their names? The fortune tellers. Nope, no fortune teller here. The bat is second card draw, not necessarily sacrifice. It will be if it's a clue, but alright, I'm down to take Redirect Lightning. So Redirect Lightning is one of those, when it works, it has insanely high upside and it feels like the most amazing card ever, and when it doesn't, it is a dead card in your hand and it's just terrible. Yeah, Redirect Lightning is insane when your opponent uses a removal spell to kill your best guy and they accidentally kill their best guy instead. Like, when you 2-for-1 them in that dramatic a fashion, it feels amazing. Ooh, excuse me. when you're sitting there where they have a bunch of stuff on board and they can just kill your stuff by attacking into it and forcing you to block because you'll die otherwise, feels like absolute garbage. I only have the Phoenix airship. Is there anything better in this pack for me than taking Deadly Precision here? Like, the Phoenix airship is obviously a very strong card, but we have not been seeing like the insanely good black cards, and black tends to be underdrafted anyway. I think I'm going to take the boulder here. I think I would rather have something that I might run than... Now, we could suddenly start seeing good black cards. They might just not have been in the packs, but... Like, I'm looking at this pack, and it's like, I can take a Vindictive Warden, but I think I'd rather just have Toph over the Tundra Tank or the Warden here. Also, if I want to run the Phoenix Fleet airship, they need to be sacrifice things. They can't just be good black cards, period. And a lot of this feels like it's more good black cards, period. Now, the downside to that is Jet's Brainwashing. If I can steal a creature and sacrifice it, would be way better to have than Earth Village Ruffians or Cycle of Renewal here. Also, Cycle of Renewal lets me sacrifice, but I think I'd take the Earth Village Ruffians. I could also, if I was still going to be in black, take the Cat Gator, because Cat Gator for, like, 3 damage, and as a 7-drop, it's hard not to get some kind of number on it. Alright, now we got a waterbending lesson that feels like it's way too late, and a Cycle of Renewal. I'm gonna take the Cycle, so that way I can draft these blue cards that are coming around, if they're going to keep coming around this late, but that would have been an 8th pick. Waterbending lesson there. Alright, give me that, because, again, more options. Crashing Wave, Foggy Swamp Hunters, this thing. Hey, I do not care for Earthbending Lesson at all. Okay, I'm back. Do not care for Earthbending Lesson at all, but there's nothing else in the pack. Wow. Okay, gonna slide that down there and this down there, because I can, in theory, run these. Don't really care for that one either. Let's put the Earthbending down here. Ooh, there's a reason to be in black, though. Beifong's Bounty Hunters is just such a savage beating. That's actually an easy splash for me if I want to. Like, double black, I do have 2 Cycle of Renewals. I could take Ozai, but a single black pip for this thing is, like, way easier to pull off, and that is just an incredibly strong card. Alright. Epic Downfall, Judy. Another Toph. Like, part of me wants to take the Judy, because we have the Phoenix Fleet, and we have double Cycle of Renewal, which is also a sacrifice to trigger the Phoenix Fleet, in addition to getting the mana for them. I think this is going to be Epic Downfall first, though. We didn't pass a lot of good black, so I'm not surprised if we start seeing good black in this pack. Like, right now, I could lose the 3 red cards, actually, with what I'm seeing. And we could be green-black here. Alright, pick up a Judy over Boomy. Like, now it's possible I might splash the red. Oops, not Downfall. But yeah, Beifong's Bounty Hunters is an obscenely strong rare. That is a Lightning Strike. I do have enough to splash for red I'm gonna take the Lightning Strike. I'm probably gonna wind up running Jund colors at this point. So. But I don't really need the Pirate. Like, the Pirate is okay. The Pirate trades for a lot of things that can otherwise be difficult to deal with, but the Pirate itself is not. It's a much better defensive card than it is an offensive card a lot of the time, I feel like, so. Well, there's a Rocky Rebuke. There's also just a Poxbearers, though, and I'm trying to wheel a second Judy. And I have some okay black... Like, I have decent black removal. I have Sold Out and Epic Downfall already. And if I want to dip into red, we have Demonstration and Lightning Strike, so... You have actual good red down there. Do I want the mold? Do I want the precision? Give me the precision, because I have the Phoenix Fleet. I would like ways to sacrifice my things. I just passed another decent removal spell. Okay, second... Oh, that's a wheel. That's not the wheel. That's the... This is an 8th pick, Judy. Sorry, Merchant. I would like a Merchant, but Merchant should be relatively easy to pick up and getting... Because we could wheel a third Judy from... I think it's either pack 1 or pack 2 of the second pick order, so... Was either what we had the option to pick one. I think it was pick 2 out, honestly, because we took Beifong, and then I saw a Judy there, and I'm like, we could take it. It should not be hard to move the red cards back in with double cycle, especially since I'm already incentivized to run the cycles for the Phoenix Fleet airship, so... Of course, now if I open something absolutely absurd, like the blue or even the white avatar, like Legend of cards, I could think about running them. Alright, so this pack we wheeled Fire Nation Engineer and Sold Out, so maybe black just was not opened in pack 1. I have the decent removal, I think I take Fire Nation Engineer here. Probably won't run... I'm hoping not to run Foggy Swamp Vinebender, but... Alright, we did not wheel the third Judy, but we did pick up 2 in this pack. And I can take a Merchant, or I can take... I think I want True Ancestry, though. Again, we should be able to pick up a Merchant relatively easily, but a True Ancestry will buy back things like the ship if the original one dies, or Beifong's Bounty Hunters. Also, it makes a clue, so if I buy back the dead ship, like if the main ship dies, I might actually be able to buy it back and get the clue and recast it, and then be able to set up where I start making more ships again. Wheeled Boomy, what is my lesson count? 3 right now in the main deck. I like Boomy a lot, obviously, and I hate passing him because of that, but... I take the land, but I don't think I'm running it, and how to start Riot. There we go. That's the exact power level I'm talking about. Legend of Roku. I'm giving up Deadly Precision, Zhao Ruthless Admiral, and a red-black land. And technically a lightning strike, but I would take the Roku over the lightning strike. With all of these red spells that I'm thinking about splashing anyway, I'm going to take Roku, and we'll see if we can make it work. There's also Secret Tunnel in this pack, but yeah, Legend of Roku. Definitely a bit too strong. Second, Bayfong's Bounty Hunters. They are non-legendary, and they get so much better in multiples. Alright, there is a world where I don't splash the red just because my black-green is strong enough, but I'm still okay taking the Roku for the potential. With two cycle of renewal, I feel like I can do that and be okay. I don't even have a bad curve. I'm feeling alright about this. Do I want the 2-3 Death Toucher more than I want the 2-2 Earthbender? For 4. I don't have any fight cards. But there is some temptation for the more mana-efficient creature, like the earlier play. But I do want to replace the Foggy Bottom, or Foggy Swamp Vinebender anyway, so let's grab the Earth King General. I think he's a much better 4-drop. If he can't trigger the Boulder by himself. It's fine, the Boulder will trigger the Boulder. I don't think I want a 3rd cycle, so I'm going to take the Corrupt Court Official. Do not need Kyoshi, and Xiao is not something I splash for, unlike some of the other stuff I got going on here. Alright, now I'll take the Peddlers, since I didn't take the 2-3 Reach guy before. I do think they're just worse than the other thing. Like, it's hard to get them to the point where you're just growing them constantly, so... Will a creature or land? Yeah, I think that's better than the Vindictive Warden. Ooh, second Fire Nation Engineer. First Unlucky Cabbage Merchant, which is a legitimate consideration with the Phoenix Fleet and the possible red splash, so he might actually be better here. Alright, I think this is just pick up the black-green land. Xiao over Origin of Metal Bending. Yeah, I think that's fine. Grab another 2-drop creature. My curve good. Ooh, we actually wield the sentries. Alright. Alright, take a 3rd cycle. Yeah, I don't even know if we're bothering with the red, though. But if we're not bothering with the red, I don't need 2 cycle of renewals, I don't think, so... Is it still doing the thing? Yeah, it is. Alright, so negative T-colon creature. There we go. Alright, we have 2 Judys. Cabbage Merchant is 3. Four, 5. Only 5 ways to sacrifice things. 6 with the Foggy Bottom Swamp. I mean, Judy herself is good enough. but it's all we've really got. Because I am thinking about just cutting the 2 cycle of renewals at this point as 2 of the 3 cards that we cut, and then maybe the Pirate Peddler, honestly, since we got the other thing back on the wheel. The Wall Top Sentry. Alright, I actually like it. I think it's actually pretty strong, so... Everything except the opponent going first seems really good, so yeah, let's do it. Already found my 4th land. Alright. Get in there. Get those cabbages. They have the Fire Nation, or Firebending Lesson. I was gonna say, you should probably kill them while I can't do the thing. Yep. Alright. 2/1 haste. Not a huge deal. Nothing to do here, though, is kind of a beating. Think I eat the food here. Obviously, there are things I can do with it, but my mana is going to be pretty spoken for a little bit. So. Do you think I just eat it now? Keep my life total padded a bit. Alright, they have something they can cast there. Not sure what it is yet, but... Alright, run out the boulder first. So that way we can run out Beifong's Bounty Hunters and attack with the boulder next turn. Also, if the Bounty Hunters dies... If they kill this and then kill the Bounty Hunters, then at least I'll have an untapped land. Also, they just exiled the boulder instead of this 4-drop, so... Feeling good about that. I'm gonna play the untapped land first. Like I said, if they kill Beifong's Bounty Hunters, I want to have a 4/4 to block with. Or they can have literally every exile effect from now until the end of time. Okay. Alright, well, I can do exactly nothing about that, so... So here's my 3/4. Oh, that's a good sign. Yeah, okay. Trade for the Death Toucher here. If they want to save the Death Toucher, that's fine. I was gonna say, the only problem with that is if I don't draw anything here, then I can't hold off their stuff. Wow, that is so much land. That is... 1, 2... 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, yeah, we're gonna lose this game specifically because I can't stop drawing land. So, unless they are out of removal spells and I start drawing my other threats here, I'm just going to lose and there's nothing I can do about it. Alright, that is not a bad one. Gains me life. Gives me 2 bodies to work with against their board here. Alright. Gains me no life. Gives me a body to work with against their board here. Alright, so I can't block the 1/1, but... I will very gladly throw the 2/2 in front of the 2/1 or anything else that decides to come in. This cuts me in half. I do not want to have to kill a 1/1 menace with my premium removal spell here. But if I don't, then I'm gonna be so far behind life total. Like, I'm already losing this game by a lot. But I have to use a premium removal spell to kill a 1/1. And they get to draw a card. So... again, I'm just going to lose this game if I don't do that, so... okay, sure! Sure, why not? Oh, dear God. Like, I can't even draw Bayfon's Bounty Hunters now, because it will literally trample over for lethal. Alright, we drew 9 lands and, like, 7 spells or something stupid like that. What was the actual total set? I'm sorry, we drew 9 lands and 9 spells. We drew 50% land there. Am I running one too many lands? I'm running 17, but I top out at 4, but Arena also likes to throw a massive hissy fit if you go down a land. Double black for that, single green for everything. Alright, we go down a land, throw in this, and draw no lands now, because Arena can't handle 16 lands for some reason in this set. This set specifically. Which set was it where I was running 16 land pretty much was it Spider-Man? Was it Omen Paths? Like, Spider-Man set? I feel like I was on 16 land almost constantly, and it was fine. Alright. It's an okay hand. Does stuff early, and then has some, like, better things to do later. I'm just gonna run out the Raucous Audience here. If they can kill it, that's fine. But if they can't... and I get to play Admiral Zhao. Sadly, not a 4-power creature by himself. Well, I didn't play him to not block here, so do your thing. Mm-hmm. Oh, there's their 5th land. Let's see how they want to attack. If they want to attack. The worst part is they don't even have to pump if I do this. Which makes me disinclined to do it. If they had to pump there, if they had to spend their whole turn to kill two little dinky things, I'd be fine with that. Play the Death Toucher, play the Cabbage Man. Okay. Like that. Because now they can't activate the Water Tribe this turn. Okay. Actually, that's the more problematic one on this board state. Duty. Can't attack, though, because of the 2/5, but... Let's activate Judy, see what we hit. I do want to draw that, so I'm not going to... I was going to sacrifice the food if I didn't want to draw it anyway. And then trigger the Cabbage Merchant, but I think we just get rid of the Corrupt Court Official now. Now, do I want the last card in their hand? Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Give me back the Court Official. Just a land. Alright, that's fine. I want the merchants, pirate peddler. I want this guy to be a bit bigger. I want them to have to trade multiple creatures to trade off for it. Okay. That is fine. It's dead. See what's on top. Do not care for the swamp. Shuffle him back in, get another land. Let's kill the musician. And trade off this guy for one of their tokens. Animate land here. Alright, that ought to do it now. Oh, I should have actually tapped the Raucous here. Alright, make this land a 3/3. Oh, right, I can still sacrifice the clue because of the... Oh, those are not allies. Fortunately for me. Draw that. And let's start activating Judy's. Don't need that. 5/5. Take this one. Yeah, it's probably worth keeping. Yep. Okay. Good enough. Beifong's bounty hunters are so dumb. Alright, 1-1. We're starting to right the ship. Let's see what our next round opponent has for us. This hand has so much going on for it that I really want to keep it. So I'm going to, but if we don't draw a forest very soon, I'm going to be in trouble. And if we don't draw a forest at all, I'm definitely going to lose. So, perfect. Thank you, game. You're the best. You're not being a jerk. Immediate top. Out of 2/3. Menace. 2/3 menace. Discard, sure. Attacks yet. So they're blue-red. I would love for them to do something like Iroh's demonstration here, just so that way it's out of their hand, but I have to wait a turn or two on that. Like, try and bait them out with worse cards first. Are they flooding out? They've discarded nothing but islands so far. Okay. Discard the cadets. Maybe they were missing a color? Maybe they're Jeskai? Alright, let's get another creature down. I can attack into all their stuff. If they kill that without exiling it, then I get a 4/4 land. Toph jumps up to a 4/3. Alright, so they were missing a color up until now. Alright. I'm actually inclined to take away their ability to control the game. Hang on. Attack them for 3 first. See if they trade off for any of their guys. Probably not, I'm assuming. I'm just going to sell out their 3/3 here. Okay, discarded a 2/1 with a 1/1 staple to it. Play a different 2/1 with a 1/1 staple to it. Okay, you got it. I will take that 3 for 1. Alright. Taking out the bounty hunters. Time to summon Judy. Jam for 3. Need my Bayfon's bounty hunters again. Realize how bad this is going for you. Alright, so... yeah, I want 2 separate ones because they have the Menace dude. I mean, that gets rid of them for now, but it does not permanently kill them. Like, if I can find removal now, I just get them back. Do not need more swamps, thank you. Sure. That's neat. Still got my land. They can pull back the lightning strike if they want to, but... When can Zhao do that? Activate only during your turn. Alright. So now if they pull back the lightning strike and kill the 3/3, they can still lose their guy to a pair of 2/2s. One's a token, one's a land. Yep. Okay, use that one. Just hold back for right now. Now we can kill their jailer, and then things are gonna spiral. Just like they did last game. Oh, no, wait. I still have the one, so I can still pay for Uzi thing if they have it. They try and quench me here. Hey. Yep. Yeah, that's where I thought we were. Alright, 2 and 1. Checking some other things. Neo 87. Alright, I'm gonna keep this. Obviously, we need to draw a forest sooner rather than later. If I just draw more swamps and or green spells, or even expensive black spells, it's not going to work out. But we do have Judy to get that ball rolling. No, only as a sorcery, so I don't need to stop on my upkeep. Alright, let's play the pirate first. So that way Judy starts to generate value that way also. Assuming she doesn't just eat a removal spell here. If the pirate eats a removal spell, that's perfectly fine. Not care. Yep. And that is not a forest. That sucks a lot. Because now even if I draw a forest, like, my hand is still kind of medium. I guess I'm going to run out the Cabbage Merchant because I can immediately sacrifice the food if I need to shuffle him back in and grow the pirate. But that's still contingent on finding a forest in the very near future. Because right now they are very heavy black with a blue-black land, so I'm expecting things like Azula, not Hog Monkey. So that's not too terrible here. Hey, well, Savage Man it is. Yeah, this is fine. Hi, Bay. Hi, Bay. How are you? Will you eat the monkey? Perfect. Because now they don't have anything else in play, so... I mean, not gonna lie, I was really hoping for something... Actually, hang on. We can get back Judy this way? Okay. So... pull her back. Make the clue. Cast this. Target High Bay. Sack the clue. Put a counter on my pirate. I don't have to shuffle away the merchant yet. Hit them for 5. So they can kill the merchant now, and I won't get my land when I sacrifice the food token down the line, but... I think that's okay. Conviction back the Hog Monkey, not High Bay. I was going to say, they don't have a 4th land then. If they block the pirate, I will sack the food. Definitely. Do I just want to deal them 2, though? I think I do. So yeah, eat the food. Put the counter on him. Decline and just deal the 2 damage to them. And then summon Judy. That's true. I should have cast this first. I forgot I was going to have a mana left over. Yoink! Yoink, please. Please, yoink. Oh, kill the pirates. Kill the pirates now. Please exile my pirates. If you're going to kill anything. Alright, 6 first. Because, yeah, if they have it, they're going to have to do it here. Yep, there we go. Hit them for 2. Cast the bounty hunters. Activate Judy. In that. Lose the cabbage man. Animate that. And yeah, even if they can exile Beifong's bounty hunters now, that should be good enough. Getting an extra 2/2 onto the table, effectively. While forcing them to spend their whole turn killing my other guy. And if they can't exile it, just kills them. So. I guess they could have Ruinous Waterbending here. That would be actively bad for me, but... Okay, yeah. That's this. Discard a card. Yeah, I'll keep that at this point. So that one. Throw that. Yeah. If they want to double block and trade Zhao for the 4/4. Since that would give me another body afterwards. Alright, we just have to dodge Sozin. And Day of Black Sun, and we'll be good. Actually, even Sozin... Well, Sozin would... No, Sozin wouldn't save them because all of them would trigger, because they die at the same time. Black Sun would do it, though, because it would take away the abilities before they died. Yep. Just start activating. Will we ever draw a Phoenix Fleet ship and get to do the cool thing with that? Probably not, because we'll probably have it and Beifong's bounty hunters at the same time, and the opponent will concede to the bounty hunters doing their thing before they'll ever even have to worry about the ship. The ship will just die and be another 4/1/1 counters on something. While they scrabble to try and not die at all of my other stuff. Alright, we've been a tiny bit weird about mana most of the games, but at least we've never had full-on mana issues that stopped us from participating, so... Yeah, Arena, like I said, has been freaking out a lot with 16 land. I feel like, in this format specifically, it's always felt like I'm a tiny bit short on land each time. I block your 3/1 with my 3/1. I 1,000,000% block your 3/1 with my 3/1. I cannot block it any faster. Forest, I think. Okay. Hey, here's the boulder. I will pass, though. I don't want to block Judy on their 1/2, but This thing takes so long to get active. If you can keep them off it for just a little bit... Yeah, if they have to start tapping their guys in order to attack me here, that's going to be pretty strong. Alright. Yeah, let's send with the team. Make that a 3-3 for good measure. So if they have octopus form, which the pause there makes me think they might, that would be a lesson for the Fire Nation and... Ah, okay. Yeah, I still want to kill the Fire Nation. Cadets. Judy a 3-3. So all my guys have good attacks against their board. Roll Xiao. Okay. I'm gonna guess they just bricked on land for too many turns. Yeah, the waterbending ascension is so slow. It's terrifying if you get it online, because you really can't lose at that point. Any creature that gets through is another card drawn for the rest of the game, and any evasive threat, therefore, becomes a, like, literal avalanche of cards that your opponent's never going to overcome. But if you can't do that to begin with anyway, which they really couldn't there. They had the right cards to force through damage, they just were on the back foot the entire time. Alright, obviously we're not casting this turn 1 anyway. Alright. Alright, opponent. I agree. I was gonna say, are we trading Poxbearers? Because I'm down for trading some Poxbearers off. Okay. Well, I feel like I'm getting quenched here, but at the same time, I don't think I care enough, because I have the ancestry to get her back. Oh, okay. Also fine. I will trade 1/1s if they offer. Nope, okay. Okay. That needs to go. Because that's just way too much card draw on this board. Yeah, let's get Judy back. Give a clue. That's the turn. Yep, can't stop taking 1 damage there. Yep, that's fine. I was going to say, they're going to attack with their 2 guys thinking that I actually need this 2/1 for something. They are wrong. Alright, that thing being a 3-3 flyer is actually more of a problem than their giant ground guy right now. Oh, right. They didn't sacrifice things with counters. It does not get anything there. Alright. We missed out on the airship there. Alright. The 2-2 then. So that would have been our airship finally, but I don't know where it was, though, in the pile of things, so I've taken a while to get there. Yep, that is another thing they can sacrifice to buff up their guy. Yeah, okay. Ow. Rude. I take one. Uh-huh. Take 3. Okay. Let's discard another card for me. Alright, this is actually actively getting out of hand now. If it attacks again this turn, I'm gonna block. Because I kind of need to get rid of these things. I can't take 3 this turn and risk taking 6 next turn. It's gonna be too much damage, so... Unfortunately, now I'm taking 3 in the air for the time being, and they have a 6/6 Death Toucher on the ground. So I'm gonna need to find some stuff. Judy is not bad. Let's get her down now, because if I hit Beifong's Bounty Hunters, I'm gonna be able to start gaining, like, unreasonable amounts of life off of the Earth Kingdom General here, so... They keep looking at her, so bad things are happening to her. Yep. Down to 6. And I need to spend 6 mana to Earthbend onto one of my guys. Gain some life here. I thought there's second Azula. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Both gain 2 counters, so I'm gaining 2 life regardless. that cut into their clock pretty significantly. They're going to be able to draw a card with Azula if they want to, but they basically have to sacrifice her to do it on this board. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's going to kill me anyway. This goes on for too much longer. So... The worst part is they might have actually drawn something here. Alright, so this goes here, and this goes here. I draw a card. She kills that. Put the counters back there. Gain 2 more life. We did successfully kill Azula, though. That was as good as that was going to get for me, I feel like. Get him down. Okay. I like seeing that just pop out, because that means I don't have to worry about... I need an answer for the stupid flyer before it kills me. The 3, so anything that can draw cards. Yep, also bad. Not as bad, actually, if I'm being completely honest. Now let's see where they're putting the counter. Yep. Yeah. It's just more land. Alright. Let's see what we can find. You can just, like, take 2 here, though. Alright. I'm gonna need to find something very soon, but Beifong's bounty hunters can go a long way here. Like, if I can find something to deal with that stupid bird, I'm just going to win anyway. Yep, Sokka's bad for me. Bird is lethal next turn, and we drew another land! Jesus Christ. Yeah, they don't have to block anything here, is the problem. If they don't block anything here... Actually, even if they do block stuff here, I still lose. Yep. Because their guy's still going to get +2/+0 for them drawing their second card, so it's still 5 damage. I have no way to sacrifice anything here. So close. Yep, just flooded out again at the end there. We found Beifong's Bounty Hunters, which if we had found it sooner, or if Judy was still alive, because we would have been able to gain huge amounts of life if needed. Off of the general there. Yeah, if I had found the Bounty Hunters without having to sacrifice the card draw land so that I could have kept earthbending onto it, I might have been able to get somewhere. Like, my other creatures dying let me reanimate the land and sacrifice it again, which gets me more counters on their turn also from my thing dying for the pirate, so we might have been able to get there, but we drew like 3 too many lands by the end of it. It's fine. I think we made it up to like 4 or 5 wins anyway, so even if I lose out now, it should be okay. I would still like to win, obviously, but... Alright, so... Opponent goes first, Snap kept their hand. My hand is hot garbage if I don't draw lands. I think this one's a mulligan. Even with the Bounty Hunters in hand. Yeah, it looks way better. Keep 6. Slide the Pirate or the Phoenix? I'm gonna put the Pirate back. It's probably actually supposed to be the Phoenix airship, but I've wanted to actually cast this thing. I've had this thing in multiple drafts and have not ever cast it. So, just once I would like to. Alright, well, this is bad already. It's a very slow thing, but considering that my deck is meant to also be super grindy, I'm not thrilled by the idea of the opponent just having an infinite number of 2/2s. Especially when I can't currently do anything about any of this. I genuinely regret playing the Forest last turn. I'm going to discard the Swamp, and then I'm never going to draw another black source. That's so bad. I was going to say, I'm blocking with the 2/3 here. And activate it, and sack the 1/1. Yep. Alright. I did this to myself on multiple fronts. Yep. I knew it as soon as I realized I was going to discard the land. That I should have played the Swamp first, because then any land gives me back the Phoenix Fleet, but... Okay. Also, my opponent has infinite removal, so that sucks. Yep, I'm just gonna lose now. And it's my own fault, because I'm bad. Yeah, Phoenix Fleet's gonna be too slow here. Yep. Get him back. Oh, but... Oh no, they couldn't do it, but... Because they don't have enough black mana to begin with. Alright. Oh, this is easy. Alright. Get my other Swamp. Shuffle him back in. Draw. Immediately pick up another Swamp. Alright, now where is my Judy? Because I desperately need her right now. Also, if they kill my ship, it's going to suck. Yep. But I kind of needed... Of course, it's an exile effect, too. That is the first time I've ever cast it, and they exiled it. Terrific. Perfect. No notes. I also probably shouldn't have cast that. I should have turned my guy into a 6/6, but whatever. Yep, all of this is fine. Take 4. Ah. Hey, Xiao, how's it going? No, not yet. Last turn. That was the wrong land to choose, by the way. Because now I don't get to keep up Epic Downfall. Leave that on top. Sack the swamp. Alright, if they brick somehow, but I'm pretty sure they left something on top last turn. They've been the island, then activated again. Yeah. So block there, block there. Go to 3. Backgator me? Yeah. I mean, I also horribly misplayed this game on multiple turns, so... But yeah, I should not have put the swamp back. And I also shouldn't have even kept the ship in the first place. I should have had the 2/2 Death Touch instead. Not that that was going to be that much more helpful, but that definitely should have been how it was. Yeah, we got to 4 wins. Okay. So not a complete disaster, but definitely could have gone better. Alright, so that's going to do it for me. Let's see... Nope, nobody I'd be rating is streaming. Alright, so we'll call it there for right now. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a good rest of your day.